Welcome back to Navigate Exchange Broker Training. In this lesson, we are going to go through electricity lingo and closing a deal in 3 minutes. All electricity deals start with the collection of electricity supply invoice or getting the bill. The electricity supply bill will show you the customer's usage for the month, the usage for the calendar year, as well as how much the customer is currently paying and who the current electricity supplier is. All the information you'll need to receive pricing can be found on the electric bill. Depending on the market, you may need to collect an LOA, or a letter of authorization. Letters of authorization authorize you to receive usage history from the local distribution company, or LDC. Some LDCs allow you to look up the usage online if you have an account number. If online usage is not available, you will need to have an LOA from the customer. If the customer has already received pricing from one or more of our retail energy suppliers, the RES will require an LOE, or letter of exclusivity. This letter is non-binding and is simply a written notice from the customer stating they wish to receive pricing from certain suppliers through you. Any X operations will notify you if you need an LOE. Once you have the electricity supply bill, one per account number, you can move on to creating a request for proposal, or RFP. RFPs detail basic customer service and contact information, as well as the terms for pricing being requested, such as contract length and type of plan. Once the RFP is filled out, operations will submit to all RESs. RESs typically need 1 to 3 business days to return pricing. RESs will return pricing in the form of pennies per kilowatt hour. The transfer pricing from suppliers has 0 margin added. We call this pricing raw pricing with no markup. As a broker, you have the ability to add margin to each deal. Pricing can be built by adding margin. Margin is calculated in mils. Each mil is 1/10 of a penny per kilowatt hour, or 0.001 per kilowatt hour. The transfer price plus margin will equal the contract price. The contract price from each supplier will be presented to the customer as a budget proposal. The contract price from each supplier will also be on a price offer sheet, which is an attachment to the supplier's terms and conditions. If the customer chooses to accept a price from the supplier, they will need to sign the correlating price offer sheet. The customer will also have to sign the supplier's terms and conditions. To complete the deal, submit the signed offer sheet, terms and conditions, along with the copy of the electricity supply bill, 1 per account, to operations. Once operations receives your deal, they will scrub the deal for any errors or missing information. Then they will forward the deal to the supplier. The RES will then book the deal, or buy the block of electricity for the customer. Once the deal is booked, the supplier will send an email confirmation. If the customer doesn't accept pricing for that day, pricing will need to be refreshed and the process starts over at step 3.